of those really popular styles from Alegria. It's a 305 557. Listen, we're into our third shoe of the show, and everything has been brand new. So we're excited to have that for you, whether it's new colors or new styles. Here is the Camille, which is brand new today. It is our only order of the year. 4 payments of Easy Pay go away at the end of the day, and you're getting that great free shipping and handling as well. The color that you're seeing there on Sheila, is that the
pewter?
Pewter.
I believe it is.
But to me, there's a little hint of like a purple undertone. Am I crazy when I see that on there? Or is it just like a really deep graphite-y gray?
No, I've got that. Yeah, it's a little bit.
It?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
The slightest little hint.
Just a little bit. This material.
You're allowed to disagree with me, by the way,
This
if you don't see it.
This material is called. Well, first of all, I'm colorblind.
Okay. Oh,
okay.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
41 years in the shoe business, and I'm colorblind. How do you like that? But I seem to have muddled through it.
Okay.
The thing about this is this shoe has 3 really important materials here: the Tommy Moore Dust, the Tommy Moore Black, and the Tommy Moore Pewter.
Yes.
And then we'll talk about the Botanical.
Botanical.
This shoe is actually named after my oldest granddaughter, Camille.
Is that right?
That's where the name came from.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got 3 and 1 on the way, and this is named after Camille.
How exciting.
Yeah.
This is the Camille. So this has that kind of mosaic look going across these straps, but as you can see, it's more pronounced pattern than some of the others, Scott.
It also has a mixed media message. If you look at, you've got one side that's Napa, soft Napa leather, and then the other side, which is your mosaic and your multi-tones.
Yeah,
so
look at that. Isn't that fun?
It's beautiful.
That's Botanical.
Yes.
Then here are the tiles, and you'll get it now when you look up close here. This one here is the Tile Me Dusk.
Yes.
And so it's kind of that metallic denim blue, deep navy. So that's kind of that tile texture that you have on this particular shoe. Here is the Tile Me Black.
Yes.
You'll see that. And then finally the Tile Me Pewter.
Exactly.
All right, so what's going on with this shoe?
Well, I'm proud of this shoe because not only is it named after my granddaughter, it's also this is on our original classic rocker. This is the original outer sole that was developed and brought out 10.5 years ago by us, and this launched Alegria, okay? So what we've done is, years into the Alegria world, we had a lot of women who nurses and teachers who ask us, hey, we love your shoes so much, we don't just want to work in them, we want to spend the weekends with them, we want sandals, we want boots, and then boom, the other categories were born. This shoe has the same footbed that we've talked about before.
So this one's removable.
It's removable, replaceable. It's got the slip-resistant outer sole, as we do. It's got our rocker bottom that propels you through your gait and your motion. Yeah. It also, the very first time we brought Alegria to QVC in September the 19th, 2013, if I remember.
How did your guest training go, by the way, for that?
Really good, because you and Sharon did it for me. Hey, I'm back. 5 years later, either you did something right or I'm faking it real good. One of the two.
I think you're doing great.
The thing with this shoe is basically, I'll never forget, Leah Williams put the shoe on for the first time on an AM style, and she put the shoes on, and I saw this look on her face, and I wanted to go, Leah, and she went, whoa. She said, this is amazing. My weight shifted to the back of my heels of my feet, and I feel like I'm standing up taller, and I feel like my posture. I said, you got it. That's what Alegria is all about. And after that, it just like all fit in place. But you have to experience that to really understand it.
Yes.
And when you put on this shoe, the Camille is the epitome of what we do, okay? It's got that outer sole, it's got our footbed. And I will say something about the uppers here. They are 2 points of adjustability, just like the Lynn is today, our TSV. But this shoe also has a lot of foot coverage.
Yes,
if you've got
those
bunions,
wide
if
straps,
you've got corns, I mean, let's be real, everybody's feet aren't perfect. So this shoe is very forgiving when it comes to coverage. You've got all sorts of places here that cover your feet, but also you've got a lot of security on the way that's closed and holds your foot in there. So this shoe offers a lot of really value in what it is.
We're not talking, Scott, about any of these shoes in terms of widths. So if somebody tends to have a little bit wider foot, will this work for them?
Well,
like
actually,
how does that work?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
We make our shoes in what we call a comfort fit. And a comfort fit, typically a woman's medium is a B width.
Okay.
A comfort fit is actually a C width. Okay. So with the comfort fit, you've got extra room anyway. And then the beauty of this shoe is, Jill, is you can open up the hook and loop closure, and you can loosen it or you can tighten it as necessary. If you have a narrower foot, put the strap over. If you have a wider foot, just loosen it. We're not saying this is fit a wide or a narrow. We're just saying that you have the ability to adjust it so it works on a slightly narrow foot or a slightly wider foot.
And I can say, and we'll show you the size chart here too, as somebody who does have a narrow foot and a very skinny ankle, that's all, I mean, and a skinny heel.
Yeah, heel.
Like, really, why did those have to be the skinny parts?
Well,
but what I love about a style like this is, that's not a factor.
Yeah, it's not.
Because I'm not worried about anything staying on the back of my heel.
Exactly.
I can slide this in, I can get the security that I want, and it stays on my foot. How do we size this shoe?
The size chart is basically a 5 through a 12. And you transfer it over to look at your European size, which is 35 to 42. This is the same conversation we've had earlier. If you happen to be a 7, 7.5, take a 37, you're fine. But if you wear a 7.5, 8, I'm going to suggest you go to a 38 because you need to go out, especially in a sandal, because you don't, the key about sandals is you want your foot totally on the footbed. You want your toes, the ball of your foot, and your heel nestled on the footbed. You don't want them hanging over one end or the other, and that way you get the ultimate fit, you get the wellness factor, you get everything the shoe's supposed to do. You've got to be on the shoe to get it.
So let me review your color options again one more time, or your kind of pattern. This is called Botanicool.
Yes.
So you have a true red on the one side in that kind of smooth leather, and then you have this wonderful kind of mixed media floral print. There's navy as the background in there. There's pinks and reds and greens and whites. And again, this is your adjustability to get the comfort that you need. So that's Botanicool. Then here are the tiles. This is Tile Me Dusk.
Yes.
It's a really cool, you know, if you love navy blue, it's like a metallic navy.
It's a very dark navy, which I like because it has a richness to it, but that you don't get with black.
Yes.
Okay, black is black, but we've done a great job with the black here. But
we do have a Tile Me Black version. And frankly, if you're looking for comfort and you have sort of a dressier occasion to go to, you might be able to get away with it with this particular shoe, right? Or maybe you're going to a wedding and you're wearing the heels for the ceremony, but when the dancing starts out on that dance floor, throw these on and be more comfortable,
Just be careful,
right?
Those are slip-resistant bottoms, so they're not going to move around too fast.
All right. Don't do the electric slide in these.
Careful with your ankles on those,
And then here is your pewter. This is the Tile Me Pewter. And you can see it's this gorgeous metallic gray. So pretty. But I mean, to my eye, I see the tiniest little hint of like a purple undertone to it, like a silvery purple. But I think it'll probably read neutrally gray. 250 pairs have now been requested. Again, it's about comfort. It's about the ability to take out that insole if you need to and put in your custom orthotic. We've touched on it, Scott, but tell us again, how did Alegria get its start? Where did this foot care brand come from?
We had our roots in an arena that you and I hopefully will never get to. We were making orthopedic diabetic Medicare footwear. And I joined the company 10.5 years ago. My background was in men's fashion. And I joined the company and I called my wife and I said, you know, I just don't think I belong here. And she said, stay. She said it'd be a good thing because I didn't have a job at the time, which is interesting. And then when I joined the company, all of a sudden, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they brought out one shoe in 22 colors. And I looked at the shoe on the table, and I don't know what happened, but a light went off. And I realized there was something really special in that shoe. And here we are.
Here we
are. I mean, seriously,
right?
one shoe in 22 colors in 2007-8, which was one of the worst economies ever. A lot of people wouldn't even look at it if we had more than one shoe. They gave us an opportunity to look, and the shoe touched so many people because of the wellness factor, the comfort. You know, when you spend 12, 14, 16 hours a day on your feet, and you get home and you're going about fixing your family a meal or doing whatever you get to wrap up your day, and you don't even realize you got your shoes on, then they're doing their job. And that is what happened with Alegria to begin with. So all of a sudden, that wonderful group of, we call it Alegria Nation, women out there who are wearing our product, they said, you know, we love Alegria so much, but can you make sandals? Can you make boots? Can you, we don't want to just wear them to work. We want them to live in. And that's how it was born.
Well, they look great on the foot. They're comfortable to stand. I mean, here's the test, right? If this comes from an industry where people were really standing in their shoes all day long and they were comfortable, and there's a reason why that one style had 22 colors because people love them so much. It's like when you find a great pair of pants that you love, I want it in every color, right? Or at least 2 pairs of black. Here's the opportunity to take that heritage of comfort and support and wellness this and incorporate it into your everyday. You all know there's not a single one of you out there who hasn't experienced your feet hurting.
Yeah.
Whether it's from your shoes, whether it's from your lifestyle, whether it's from, your body ailments, whatever it might be. When your feet hurt, everything else doesn't feel so great either.
Exactly.
And when you don't have the support that a flatter foot needs, that can lead to, discomfort, getting up in the middle of the night, walking like, oh, my feet hurt so bad. So when you can go through your day and have comfort, really have, when we say support, it doesn't just mean a firm shoe. It means contours that are working and supporting those natural arches that maybe you no longer have, or that maybe, in my case, I never had. Listen, I have flippers for feet. They are flat, flat, flat. I was a really good swimmer, Scott.
I bet. Yeah.
But when you see my footprint on, after I've stepped in water on a sidewalk, you see the whole foot.
Yeah,
There is no curve in for the arch. So as I'm wearing even the Today's Special Value, my feet are thank you.
You can feel that arch
because
support.
I'm supported.
Yeah, yep,
But then there's the cushion part of the Alegria that gives me that comfy side.
But let me share something with you. There's a difference between there's hundreds of soft, cushy shoes in the world.
Agreed.
And when you put them on, for the first hour, you think you stepped in a marshmallow.
Yes.
Okay, it feels great. Oh, these are the most comfortable things in the world. But all of a sudden, when that hour passes, or whatever time frame that may be, all of a sudden you realize that, they're not as comfortable as they used to be because they lack support.
Yes.
That's the difference. When you put these shoes on, and with our footbed and our technology,
They're great.
all of a sudden you start to feel, gosh, this is supportive. This is holding my arch up. This is shifting my weight from the ball of my feet to my ankle of my heels. That is what we're about. We're not about ushy, cushy, soft comfort. We're about firm wellness, and that's a big difference.
Comfortable, they look great. This is brand new today. This is called the Camille. Just an easy slide on and go, whether you're wearing it with a dress or your capris or your crops. This is a $305,557, $109, 4 payments of Easy Pay, free shipping and handling, and our only order of the year. We still have our Today's Special Value to talk about, everybody. If you haven't seen them yet, you can get them with a gorgeous, colorful embroidery, or you can get them with a tonal embroidery. We'll talk about those coming up in just a little bit.